Hi, I'm back. It's been a little while, but I have been painting, drawing, carrying on other projects and been working. But I'm back. I'm continuing to do what I always do, which is draw, and I'm trying to keep up with this idea of making this kind of digital sketchbook where I'm just drawing. I'm doing these sketches. Some can be more complicated than others. Some can be a little bit more simple, I guess. But what I try to do is not make a bad sketch, not have the attitude that it can be bad. It's just a sketch. And allowing myself to make mistakes is one thing, but and that's because I'm trying to do better than I've done before, but and making maybe other decisions that I haven't done before. But the idea of saying that just because it's a bad drawing, I don't like. So I'm trying to put my best foot forward when I do these sketches, which is hard sometimes. Because sometimes, like this time, I'm recording this after the fact, as far as doing this voiceover and stuff. But this was done in the morning, and I had rolled out of bed and I had started sketching, and this is the first thing that I did, and I'm shaking the cobwebs. So this drawing didn't come too easily, But one of the things that I had learned a long time ago is don't give up on your drawing. Especially when you're sketching, because the idea is to, if you're having a hard time trying to solve things, work at solving it, work at trying to fix it, work at making the drawing better. That's why you're drawing in your sketchbook. You're trying to push beyond what maybe you're capable of at the moment, or maybe beyond what you are able to do, because you're trying to improve your skills. I'm working from memory here. So this first drawing I did from memory. This first drawing I just tried to picture an old man, and in some ways he begins to look like my dad, as I remember him. But then I added other features as I went along. So he kind of lost that aspect as it went on. But the face did remind me of my dad's face. So it's very, very similar. And that'll happen because, when I'm working from memory. So my dad's face is a memory. It's from the past. And so those things will creep in there. But like I said, the more I draw, because I'm working on trying to make this interesting as much as I can. I got the shape of the head down, and where the eyes and everything is down. But one of the things to think about when I'm drawing is to make it interesting, because I've seen a lot of drawings that are anatomically correct, that are that are well done in terms of having the anatomy done, and everything's in the right place, and everything's symmetrical, and everything matches up and all that, but it looks boring. I've seen drawings like that, and it's important to get the anatomy right. Of course, it's important to do all of that, but at the same time, one of the things that you want to communicate, I keep remembering this quote from the artist Robert Henry. He wrote in his book, The Art Spirit, that you have to communicate why is what you're doing interesting to you, not trying to make it just interesting to the viewer, but to yourself, and trying to communicate to someone through your drawing, why is this head or whatever it is that you're drawing, why is this thing interesting? So that's one of the things I try to communicate when I draw, is to try to make the drawing as interesting as possible. Sometimes that will even supersede anything that is incorrect or correct about the drawing. It becomes a more important thing, so even if you have, say, a bad drawing, but that drawing is interesting in terms of the way the way you draw the character or whatever, then it becomes something else. There are different balances, to things. Sometimes you can kind of get away with some things if what you draw is interesting enough. So anyway, I put the drawing to the side. I was not all that happy about it, but that is that first drawing that I did when I woke up. So it's not bad if you consider that, but just going like you would in a sketchbook, just go right to the next drawing and see how you can improve on the last. So anyway, for one of the things is that I am using a bit of reference for this drawing, and so I guess I have more direction on how to structure this and where to put the lights and the darks, and to organize things and make sense. It's I guess it's no excuse for when you're drawing from your imagination, you still want to do this, but it's much easier when you do have the reference and it's there, and then you can pick out what you want from it or add what you want to as far as the drawing is concerned. Because I might exaggerate some things, and not to bring it to caricature, but to again make the drawing more interesting. So in this case, I think what I did was I exaggerated the nose a bit to bring it out more and to simplify the ear, not to just to unify the shadows in that sense, to make it simpler. And not try to cross every T and dot every I when I'm using the reference. I don't want to become a photocopier machine. I want to make my choices as far as what I want to leave in and what I want to leave out. But it becomes easier because you have that information in front of you rather than trying to guess at what that information might be, from your imagination. So anyway, that's how it works for me. I get to pick and choose what it is or how it is the information that makes this drawing interesting to me. And I did. I used this reference because I found the person's face interesting. I found it to be full of character. And that's what I wanted to get down when I made this sketch. So anyway, it's kind of fun doing this. So it's easier for me to do these sketches at night, but it is really convenient to be able to do these sketches on my computer rather than to having to get a pencil and the sketch pad and so forth. The only thing I need to do is wake up, open the program, grab my pen and draw on my tablet, and that's it. And then all my tools are right here. If I want to go into the color's here. I don't have to look for paints and brushes and get some water or some kind of solvent or anything. And there's a lot of convenience as far as doing this type of sketching on my computer. So anyway. This drawing is going to end soon, and it was a lot of fun to do. One of the things that I want to point out at this point is that I do a lot of instructional videos, and I upload them on Gumroad, right? And also on my Patreon page. So if this kind of thing interests you and you're looking for more of something to I guess enhance your abilities or to learn something more about drawing and painting on computer, on digital, you can either join me on Patreon or go on my Gumroad page and see if any of those videos would interest you. I also have a PDF, 60-page PDF that I also uploaded on Gumroad, and it's available there. It's also available on my Patreon page. Anything that I have on Gumroad is available on Patreon. So I'll leave the links below to both those things. And if you're interested, please stop on by and either join me on Patreon or and support me on Patreon and enjoy the things that I post there. or come to Gumroad and purchase them. All right. So anyway, that's it. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.